This break is brought to you by Netflix. For a free 30-day trial, head on over to netflix.com/GameBreakerTV. All right, it's been a rocky road for 38 Studios this week. Today, R.A. Salvatore, one of the top creative minds behind Kingdoms of Amalur and Project Copernicus, has spoken up on the subject of the world. Here to tell us a little bit more about what he had to say is our very own Jason Winter. Jason?
Well, the big thing he said was that Copernicus would blow you away. He thought it was incredible. He thought it was much farther along than a lot of people thought it was. He said, we had zones in white box that were prettier than many you'll find in running completed published games, and the combat and animation were super top-notch all the way around.
Do you think this was all really true? Do you think Copernicus was really that far along in development?
Either that, well, probably a little of that, and probably that, he's obviously very passionate about the project he helped create and worked on for so long. So I have a little bit of an issue with him talking about how far along it was. If it was so far along, why did we know nothing about it? Just about. I mean, a little bit of info on the website, the trailer, and the 3 screenshots, but
I mean, and you almost got to wonder, what's the motivation behind this statement coming out right now in the wake of all of this craziness, right?
I think it's just, well, I think partially it's just him, like I said, being passionate about it, wanting to tell the fans, the people who love the game and were following it, tell them how great it was and how well it was looking. Maybe it's a little bit of posturing to try, because obviously if Rhode Island is going to try to sell this to another company to develop, that other company theoretically would want to know how far along the game is. So
you think he's trying to drum up a little bit of excitement amongst the video game developers out there, or companies, VCs, maybe looking to invest and pick this project up?
Definitely trying to build up excitement, probably both with fans to demand that some other company picks it up, and then with the companies themselves to hopefully see how far along it was.
And I mean, as you said, it is kind of odd, right? Because before we got this fly through, that even came in an odd time, we knew very little. I mean, besides, what kind of info did we have? Did we have any screenshots, or what did we even have for this game?
There was a website and had some info on the races as well. A couple of images from there, because we alluded to that with, like I said, with those screenshots that came out just yesterday, and the flyover. But other than that, and then a general idea of what the storyline was going to be, of course, based on what we saw in Reckoning, there really wasn't much out there. I mean, we don't even know the first thing really about the combat in the game.
What did R.A. Salvatore have anything to say on anything else about the game, like the graphics, the combat, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, he said great things about the combat. He said, where was it? He said things. The environments, the animations, the gameplay would blow you away. He talked about the music, the things they were doing, music and ambient sound, talking about the combat, just went on about all this stuff. And a little bit of it to me, I couldn't help but thinking, well, when you take a lot of money and you don't pay your bills, you can afford to make some really nice stuff. I mean,
ouch!
I could take out a loan to buy a really nice Lamborghini and be better than your Honda Civic, but then when the repo man comes along,
yeah,
it doesn't matter how nice my car was.
I almost got to wonder what they actually had to pay just R.A. Salvatore, Todd McFarlane, and who was the third bigwig? There's another bigwig in there.
Well, I mean, Ken Ralston came over from Bethesda to do the stuff, and of course, Kurt Schilling was bankrolling most of it. But yeah, those are pretty much the main creative names involved.
Crazy week for 38 Studios. For all your video game news, keep it locked and dialed in right here to GameBreaker.tv all day, every day. We will keep you updated on anything we find out about 38 Studios in the future. We'll see you next time.